Your time is valuable. Well, we decided to wake up, yeah, and make things just a little easier for you. So you can engage in more important matters, like yeah, building a cool sandcastle. That's a nice one. I like that with the little doggy sticking out there. Suggestion, because sometimes you just want to pinpoint what you're viewing, instead of seeing the whole vlog again. Hey, we take no offense to that. No, no. Okay, solution. No, you don't need to color code anything to get to this. It's not that confusing. Uh, we got an easier way to pinpoint, or should I say pencil point. Let's take a look. Okay, I watched this whole video yesterday, as you can see, one day ago. But I would like to see that Mojo interview again without having to wade through the whole thing again. Okay, I understand. Well, many of you have probably gotten a shared link from a friend or our content manager, Heather. And yes, it would bring you back to here again. And, still rephrasing the question is, how do I bypass the other stuff to get to Mojo's interview? Well, there is several ways you can do this. In fact, these ways that we'll be showing you today from this point forward, you will be for all the vlogs and podcasts. You can use these same steps and or methods and over again. So, okay, here we go. Well, first of all, we want to get through this commercial. So let's go ahead and play that. Oh gosh, here we go. And skip the other one if you can. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, and we got that kind of on low volume, so that should help us out a little bit here. Now, one way that we can use here is just hovering above this timeline. This is a timeline here, and you can see the interesting that there's little lines between the timeline. It's not a full line all the way through. There's segments, and these segments are actually chapters. And above these chapters, you can see it's called something. This one's called intro. Hey, there's Mojo's interview. So I can go ahead and click that. There's live finesse, example highlights, VIP pass, and summary and outro. So we got the chapters here. This is kind of a nice way to where we can just kind of, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and get into Mojo here a little bit. Hey, Mojo. There we go. See, there's Mojo. Okay, so that's cool. Okay, but Glenn, hovering above the timeline, that's okay, but is there another way? Maybe an easier way even. And there really is. For me, I like this probably even better. You can see down here where it says Seymour, not as in the name Seymour. Is how you spell Seymour? Please correct me on the comments below. But you can see here, I can click show more, not see more. Click show more, and it shows all the chapters right here. And I like it because, for instance, on Mojo, I can just go ahead and click Mojo. Okay. Now, I purposely do kind of do a few seconds before it actually goes into the actual segment, and that's because I just don't want to mess it, really, when it comes down to. But you may want to do something else, like, okay, now I watch Mojo. You can go back down here on the show more, and I just want to get a quick example of the highlights of the live play, because the live play was 7 minutes long. Let's go ahead and go there. There we go. So that's kind of nice. That's really two really good ways of finding it. Just going to the website, or actually going to the YouTube site link that has been given to you by a friend that shared. As you can tell, this is sort of share here. We can always share links. In fact, I'm just going to show you real quick. Anytime you watch a video, you can click this. It copies the link, and then you can share it with somebody. Very nice. Okay. Or if you're lucky enough to be contacted by our content manager, Heather, then she supplied you a link, and it did bring you here. Now, there is another way to do this. In fact, I'm going to go to the podcast, YouTube podcast site here, tube.com/BCASTS. Okay, I'm going to go to the podcast site, and we can go ahead and type in the name of the vlog. So the vlog, this one is, we're going to do, because keep on the same one, Finesse Fun. Okay. And click that. And this is really nice. I mean, well, by the way, just so you know, on the podcast site and on the YouTube site, we will name, have the same title name for each one of these. It just makes it easier for you to find. Yeah, that's kind of how we want to do it. But hey, as you look at it, you'll see that the chapters actually came up here. It says chapters. And all you need to do is click on that strip, and then you have all the chapters right here. And you can, depending how many there are, you can just kind of skip through it. And, hey, yeah, I saw Mojo's interview. I did the highlights. You know what? I would like to know about this VIP pass again, because that seemed to kind of very valuable. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Of course, it may take you to another ad, but it will get you there. And it's just zippity-doo-dah. It just takes you right there. Now, there may be some better ways to navigate. And if so, really, please leave it in the comment section below so that we can all learn how to navigate better. Yeah, so let's do a quick breakdown, because we are into redundancy equals retention. So a quick breakdown navigating to where you specifically want to go. Well, again, we can use the link provided by a sharing friend or our content manager, Heather, and we hover above the timeline. And as you can see here, we get to see the Mojo interview that we are looking for, and it comes right up. And then we can do the click show more here, and it shows the specific chapters in actual seconds and minutes. And whichever one we want to select, we click, and you got it. Now, we also did show, if you went to the podcast site, which actually you can go to YouTube or the YouTube podcast site, and we specifically typed in the name on the search, and it gave us this chapter strip, which is kind of nice. So that made it easy. Then all we had to do was click that chapter strip, and hey, it gave us again all the chapters. And then if we wanted to, if there's a lot of chapters, we can go ahead and skip that arrow or click that arrow and then kind of go through there. And then whatever we want to go to, intro Mojo. Hey, we didn't do any live finesse play example. Let's click that one real quick. And then it would just instantaneously go there. Now that you have found an easy way to, actually, just let me go ahead, because again, we're into redundancy equals retention. Let's show we showed you the visual. Now let's give you the verbal breakdown. Okay, use provided link, hover above the timeline to find your chapter. That was one way. Type in, anytime you go to vlog, YouTube, or podcast, you just type in the name and then you select what chapter you want, And then we had the below the vlog where it said click show more. And then we just clicked on the minutes and seconds and we went to exactly where we wanted to go. And yeah, now that you have found an easy way to wade through a vlog or podcast to find your specific needs, let's end these accumulative chapters that we just went through. Uh, by the way, yes, this vlog / podcast will also have chapters so that you can watch this tutorial again. But hey, we waded through the chapters. Now let's wade through some tranquility.